Good evening, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Talos Principle. Last time out, we completed World 7, -1 star. And that brings us to the end of the first temple. Well, we can get to the first floor of the Forbidden Tower, and we can get to world number B. And that, I think, might be where we're going. We ended up from World A with one puzzle we didn't solve, and of course several stars unobtained. We only have 3 stars. Or on the other hand, if you want to look at it slightly more optimistically, you could say, hey, we've got 3 stars. There's more stars than we got the first time I played this game, for sure. Okay. You probably hear my baby coughing in the background. Bless her, bless her. She's got a little bit of a cough at the moment. Okay. We are going to go to the first floor of the Forbidden Tower first. Bonk.
Tracking of primary subject has ceased. Initiate. Initiate.
One odd thing to say, Elohim. I can literally see on the baby monitor that she is awake. She's just chill though, vibing. Okay. Maybe this and this and that. Oh yeah, I sort of vaguely remember, yeah. So the Forbidden Tower is like the puzzles, but the puzzles how they are actually... It's kind of like in Portal 2, where you go behind the, in the backstage view for the first time. So you can actually come out of here. Wait a minute. If you can do that... Hang on. So this is all about getting to a terminal. Okay. But also... Right, also want to point out... We can get this prism out of here. Right, because we don't have to go through the Emancipation Grid. If we can steal 2 prisms, that significantly changes the equation on how to get those stars out of World 1. External devices. Searching for locally cached resources. Truth. I mean, this is kind of interesting, right? Because the Tower of Forbidden Knowledge, being like the Portal backstage view, it's kind of like the Matrix within the Matrix, right? Because the Greek architecture world is a lie. It's all actually like this, and the Greek architecture world is like a computer simulation. Except that all of this is a computer simulation, right? So it's the lie within the lie. Truth. Do not believe what they are saying. This is not the end of the world created by our Lord in 6 days. There's a conspiracy of the government, Illuminati, and international Darwinism. This is global warming 2.0, a lie told by the children of Beelzebub. Do not let them take your liberty. Defend yourself against all vaccines, experiments, artificial medicines, and popery. Oh, thanks for putting the V word into my recording. Now I'm going to get demonetized. Do you remember that weird period in... looking back on it, it's going to seem so strange that for like 2 years or more, because of the way the algorithm was demonetizing anyone that talked about vaccines or coronavirus, because they wanted to fight the spread of misinformation, we ended up with like 2 years of content being written where everyone's kind of making vague references to it, but not actually able to talk about it in any meaningful way, or how it's affecting them or how it's affecting their lives. And when people in 50 years' time are going to be looking back at that, some of that stuff, it's going to seem so bizarre. And that is literally what this game predicted, right? Everyone talking incredibly euphemistically about the end of the world and this never specified threat that everyone is aware of. That is literally how it turned out in real life, which I think is kind of interesting, isn't it? Okay, our next one is Athena Chapters. I'm not sure if the order of those chapters is terribly relevant, actually. Human reproduction.txt. Surely if a machine is able to reproduce another machine systematically, we may say that it has a reproductive system. And how few of the machines are there which have not been produced systematically by other machines? But it is man that makes them do so, yes, but it is not insects that make many of the plants reproductive, and would not whole families of plants die out if their fertilization was not affected by a class of agents utterly foreign to themselves. Each one of ourselves has sprung from minute animalcules, whose entity was entirely distinct from our own, and which acted after their kind with no thought or heed of what we might think about it. These little creatures are part of our own reproductive system, then why are we not part of the machines? Let's have a look at Device Manager. Show current operating parameters, floor access control, auxiliary stairway access control, exit utility. Show me my current operating parameters. Number of floors 7, number of shafts 1. 1 elevator is accessible. Floor access control. Select floor to reconfigure. Number 2. Hey, nice. Floor 3. Oh. Okay, we'll cancel that. Unless we're supposed to not cancel that. I don't know. Device Manager again. Auxiliary Stairway Access Control. Your software license has expired. Auxiliary Stairway is in always open mode. Please renew your license to enable locking. Okay. So floor 2, currently unlocked. Floor 3... Oh, floor 3 to floor 6, they all require a code. Fine. Exit the utility and exit. Thank you. Here's the thing, though. We can get these prisms out of here. We can get these prisms out of here, and we are going to. Right. So we can get them out this way. And that was my baby waking up. Okay. Hopefully she's down again now. But yeah. We'll take these prisms out of here. Can we teleport these to... It's going to be a very interesting one. If we hold these whilst we try and teleport to World 7, for example, in Tower A, do we keep them in our hand? Let's go and have a look. Come with me, little prism friend.
My child, have you been tempted by the tower?
Nope.
Know that it holds only death for you.
This feels so wrong, in a way, and yet feels so right. What? Okay. I mean, so far so good. We're literally carrying the prisms along with us. So... Okay, so if I'm holding one of these, can I walk through and carry it with me?
I have promised you eternal life. But know that eternity may only be attained by those who serve a purpose greater than themselves. All else is decay. So it was written in the hidden words before the beginning of time.
Interesting. Oh, you're just my favourite person today. You've been exploring that fancy pants tower of his. I just love it when he doesn't get his way. What did you see? Some more puzzles. Did you get in trouble? Did he even notice? Nope. I think you can afford to push a little further before risking anyone's wrath. Of course, it's entirely up to you. And that is that. So where did the prisms end up then? So the one we were holding appears to have gone, and the other has also despawned. What a shame. So I guess that's not the way to do it then. Oh, I tell you what though. There was something around the back of the tower. The other episode, wasn't there? There was something around the back of the tower that we weren't really sure what to do with. Let's have a little look around the back of the tower. I'm hoping those prisms have gone and respawned where they came from. Wait. How do we get around the back of the tower again? Was it a set of stairs? Oh, yes, yes, it was out here, wasn't it? It was out here. Do we end up with some way... We must end up with some way of busting these wooden boards down, mustn't we? But yeah, clearly we can take the prisms out of there and go elsewhere. Well, we are going to go, first of all, up to floor number 2, so that we become aware when we've unlocked floor number 2. Because I think the narrative of this game is
attempting to track
better
primary subject. Access denied.
when you do one
Query.
tower floor at a time, rather than saving all the tower floors to the end of the game, right? That's going to load a little bit too much of the real right at the back end of the game. No diary there. We have got Sheep version 55. Seems Elohim lacks the power to stop me from climbing this thing. No doubt he still has some tricks up his sleeve. There we go. That is number 2. Maybe we should focus on the yellow pieces to get our next ability unlocked. In the meantime, though, let's head out to World B. Okay. What do we reckon this one is? I think these are themed, aren't they? Because we've got Greek here. Medieval? I can't remember. I know one of them's Egyptian themed, which I'm assuming is the one that we're about to go to. We've already been to that terminal. Let's try something like that, and... anything around here? I have seen the truth. Only Elohim can save us from eternal oblivion. Anything around here? Doesn't look like it so much.
A new land stands before you, my child. And know that this is a land of death, but also great beauty. As you walk amongst these tombs, consider all those who came before you, and how they served the greater purpose of which you are also part.
Lovely. So we have here... This is the fan that we need to unlock. And this is a terminal we're going to unlock. Oh, a play button. Oh, I think that's the time... Is that the time manipulation one? I'm not sure. So do these have stars? They do have stars. Okay, fair enough. Okay, World 1 it is. I don't see any reason not to do these in order, to be honest. Do you? I have no idea what's going on. Do you? Muscle Bay Enjoyer, version 99. That doesn't sound like the kind of username you'd expect to see. I'm finally getting some sense out of the entity in the archive, though at some cost to my sanity, I am beginning to think this Elohim wields no more control over the world than we do. Interesting. Okay. We've got Oh, the dates have all gone a little bit wrong there, but here we go. Osiris1.txt. Original translation by E.A. Wallace Budge. The dying man went unto the scribe whom resided in Pur-Meged, and said, Behold, I am weak of body, my days under the holy sun of Amun-Ra are coming to an end. Though I have spent my years in service of the two lands, I have not studied thee. Tell me, you who are wise in the writings of the dead, what lies ahead on my journey? What will I face in the land of the Westerners? And the scribe spoke, saying, At the appointed time, blank. And then we've got footnotes. It is likely the location was changed according to who the copy of the book was made for. The dying man is an avatar of the owner. In the older manuscript, this is rendered as some controversy over whether it... 3. The land of the Westerners. The dead compare with Kenti Amentiu, the foremost of the Westerners, a title later given to Osiris. And then footnote 5, which isn't even on this page, sometimes mistaken for a mistranslation on Budge's part, this is actually almost certainly a mistranslation by the ancient scribe. The equivalent portion of the older manuscript is sadly not extant. Got it lyrics. We got 24 million views, can't load video file. My new song with lyrics, gotta laugh about this stuff, laughter is the best medicine. I've got it, you've got it, he's got it, she's got it. Everybody's got it. Jack's got it. Everybody's got it. So this calamity then, pandemic. Maybe. Like someone else was talking about vaccines, you know, this is global warming 2.0. It kind of seems that way, doesn't it? I mean, obviously, I don't think it's ever really specified, but... Immortality. Disgruntlemeisters Blogstasy, episode 204. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm afraid of dying. I don't see any reason to believe there's an afterlife. I'm an organism like any other. When my brain stops working, my consciousness will cease and I will be gone. And you know what? I can't just embrace that. I can't say I'm okay with it or I've accepted it or some nonsense like that. I don't want to have an ending. It terrifies me. If I had a genie right now, I'd wish for immortality. Who wouldn't? Ah, but you wouldn't really want to be immortal, the pseudo-philosophers say. Pretentious drivel. Everybody wants to live forever. Maybe everyone deserves to live forever too. But we can't, so here we are. Live with it. Or rather, don't. Dark. Okay. Well, it's a new world for us, right? We have got plenty to explore, and we're going to start with this symbol over here on the left. I made a box float. Seriously, it was awesome. Oh, maybe that's part of the puzzle. Okay, right. Window through a door. And there was me thinking that the lyric was supposed to be through the window through the wall. Is it not? So window through the door. Okay, got it. Think I am pretty happy with what to do there then. We've got a platform up there which we probably want to get to, but ultimately we're going to be wanting to have it sort of planted like that. So that one is going to need to go through there. Can we get up on top of that somehow? Doesn't look like we can, obviously, but... How slow is this one going to be? Okay, enough for us to be able to get through it. That's okay. I just don't understand this one. I figured I'd try to make some progress here, but honestly, it's such a thankless task compared to what else is out there. Well... So I think what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to have that probably doing that at least. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get that corner working. Hang on. Yeah, okay, let's at least start. Right, before we start overthinking this puzzle, right, let's at least get into the areas that we want to get into. Oh, that's a much slower one. That's a much slower one, so we cannot get into that one. Well... Okay. Because... that can just keep itself open now. Whoop! There we go. And now we're not getting disturbed by the, what do they call it? Dunno. The bonking one. The bonking robot. Okay, that's room 1. There are hidden dangers in this new world. I have inexplicably escaped death any number of times. I suggest vigilance. Who knows what happens to those who step carelessly too often? Indeed. Third wheel. Okay, prism here. Prism here. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, we don't need that open anymore, right? Oh no, we do need that open. We do need it open. Well, can we go all the way back here? Yeah, give ourselves as wide an angle as possible. It's probably not going to be this straightforward. No, yeah, because we need one of those to stand on this thing for us. Be really handy. Well, okay. Is there a platform somewhere that we can stick this on? Because we can get those if we can go all the way back here. I mean, can we get this and this and... Nearly. Okay. And that's... Okay. So that was a bit of an angle shoot, that one, but not too excessive, to be fair. It's not like we're trying to get like pixel perfect alignment or something. And I think the game is pretty fair when it comes to take paint. Paint message? What? I can select a message. Lovely. I'm not the first one to undertake these trials, that much is clear. If you're reading this, then neither will I have been the last. The certificate page really is a sham. Tools to overcome this place have been provided to us. We only need to learn how to use them. Elohim lied about the tower. You'll be needing a special device to solve this one. Have you tried crossing the laser beams? Have we tried crossing the laser beams? I don't think that works. I've travelled to the edge of the known world, though it seems to stretch on forever. Our domain is much less than we imagined. Am I going crazy, or do the computer terminals have a personality? Well, I'm going to go with that one. There we go. Oh, achievement unlocked. Leave your mark. Tell the others what you think. Oh, great. Oh, lovely. Okay, next room. We have got Road of Death. Whoa. Looks pretty terrible, doesn't it? I don't think... So that's off. Doing its thing. Can we climb with this in hand? No. Can't climb whilst carrying an item. So we can go this way. And we have got a... And this says... Epitaph, child program, codename Samsara, terminated here. Get out of here. But I was stuck. What was I supposed to? I see clouds. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I don't really know. So we can't climb whilst holding something. It's too high to then go and pick it up from the top of the thing. Oh, wait! Oh! It might be a bit more obvious than I thought. Grab that, and then it's high enough that we can grab it. Lol. And that's it. That's all we need. Bonk. And that's going to be enough to unlock the fan for us, which is excellent. Oh, do you know what? I remember that. I remember that.
In the time of your ancestors, there were those who did not choose the path of faith. You do not need to fear their ghosts. Fear only that you may become like them.
Yeah, like, that's just totally harrowing, isn't it? I hated that the first time I played this game, and over the fence. I hated that the first time I played this game, and I didn't not particularly hate it this time either. So what's going to happen with that block when it blows up? Because that's about to blow up that thing. Oh, okay. Can we jump up and jump over? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Ah, this is almost a tutorial level. Boom! We'll take that. And then we have a terminal over there, which we're definitely going to go to. No idea where the star is for this world, to be fair. Ooh, hang on a minute. How are we supposed to get up there? Oh, what a tease. Yeah, can't grab a block out of the level. Are we supposed to, like, make a jump for it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Huh. Hello. Hello again. I've been checking your responses against library archives, and in order to assist you further, I need some additional information. Can you tell me what is to you the important difference between a pebble and a tree? I would say that a tree is heavier. Probably true, but hardly related to our inquiry. The answer I was looking for is that a tree is alive. Now, what is the relevant difference between a tree and a frog? Well, all of those apply. Well, I mean, a tree is green, to be fair, like mostly. A frog is delicious. A frog is conscious. A 5-year-old could handle this. Let's try something harder. What is the difference between a frog and you? I'm not convinced that frogs aren't self-aware, to be fair. They're probably not, I suppose. Seems you're on the right track more or less all along. Let's take stock. I think we can tentatively include two things. A person must be rational or self-aware, and a person must be conscious. What I suggest we do to help resolve your problem is ask whether you are in fact those things. Can I rationalise my existence? I mean, yes, so I am self-aware. Though your response so far has been a little eccentric. The matter of whether or not you are conscious seems rather more elusive. What is consciousness? Consciousness is feeling its senses. Consciousness is what it is like to be me. Consciousness is far outside my area of expertise. Hardly answers the question. Complex functional system? Perhaps? You know, I really feel like we're making progress. We'll have you through that certification process in no time. In the meantime, I'll mull over your proposal and notify you if I come to any conclusions. And we have 3 more things to read. Mutation.html. The role of mutation in evolution is particularly fascinating. Mutation is essentially an error in the organism's central database. A variable gets changed, a piece of information is accidentally doubled or combined with another. Most of the time, the result is the equivalent of a bug, causing anything from minor problems to complete system shutdown. But sometimes the new information is functional, giving the organism an advantage against the challenges it faces, in which case it has a much higher chance of being passed to the next generation. When you consider how unlikely a beneficial mutation is and how long it takes for such a mutation to propagate, this process can give you an amazing insight into just how vast the genetic history of each living organism is. Simultaneously, it is intriguing to consider what a major role random errors have played in the evolution of life itself. The same process that has killed so many of us, often in horrific ways, is also responsible for our very existence. This is Capacity from Trevor to Alexandra. No worries, EL is not only ridiculously fast, it also has a bazillion tons of space. Even while hosting a full copy of the archive, you'll totally be able to handle all of your project's data needs, assuming its output is as you suggested. I mean, the worst case scenario would be like centuries. That should be enough, right? Evolution HTML. One of the common misunderstandings about evolution, sometimes accidentally promoted by people who should know better, is that it's an active process. Sometimes the term evolve is even applied to individual beings, as if some invisible force had driven them to suddenly change, but the truth is that individuals don't evolve. The term evolution describes the long-term process that can be observed in the entire population across time due to something, for example, in response to an external threat or challenge. If an individual consciously has a trait, coincidentally has a trait that allows it to deal with the challenges more effectively than others, it is more likely to pass on that information to its descendants. That information gives them an advantage, so over time they become the dominant model of that species. The individuals experience no significant genetic change during their lifetimes, but each of them is part of the evolution of the species. Quite right. It's not that cold weather makes rabbits grow thicker fur, it's that when particularly cold and bitter winters happen, rabbits with thicker fur tend to be the ones that are more successful. Something about a star. You what, mate? What's this about a star, then? So we've got a bumper there. Now another bumper there. Okay. Well, there's the star. We just need a red laser to get through here. Bonk. I presume we can pop this just down here. Yeah, okay. Not likely, that one. Okay, what am I missing here then? Because this is quite a small puzzle. Oh, hang on, wait. We saw earlier that can you pop things on top of? Is it gonna work if these are? Ah, not quite. Like, if we could get up there, that would make it pretty easy, wouldn't it? That's obviously not going to work. Okay, I'm feeling really dumb right now, because, like, clearly I'm missing something pretty obvious. Like, it's not even really that close, to be honest. I mean, I guess I could try and get it on this side of it, right? be like sort of here. Is that going to be enough? Maybe just. Oh, blimey. Okay. We're going to need a red laser into here. And all of the puzzles are that direction or this direction. So there's a puzzle over there. And the rest of these are sort of over here somewhere. But somehow we're going to be getting a laser into here, are we? I'm not sure I see it, if I'm honest. Okay. However, for now, that is world number 1 of this new Egyptian temple complete. That is going to wrap us up for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, consider subscribing. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye bye.